Hey, hello! How is everybody doing? This is Purple Thunder here. I am joined by a very, very special guest, the king himself, royalty himself. Jackson, how's it going?
I'm the king.
Bitch.
Bitch. I'm the one.
Yeah, pretty much like, we've referenced Jackson so much, I was like, it's high time his ass is on the show. So he's not just this character we reference all the time. He's actually here, he exists. So
yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like whenever you talk about me, like I blush.
blush.
It makes me blush, dude.
So first off, why don't you give the people at home some context of anybody who watches this, like where are you? Why aren't you on a lot more? You know, stuff like that.
I am in Germany.
Yeah.
I have been for a month and a week now. And I'm going to be here until April 18th. And when I come back, hopefully I can be there in person.
That'll be sick.
Maybe.
Because.
And yeah, it's like 1 a.m. here for me, but I don't care because it is Saturday.
That's true. I completely forgot it's 1 a.m. We're kicking the king's ass here on the podcast, but he's dedicated.
I literally just got back from hanging out with some of the other students that are here. I legitimately went to go eat some schnitzel. I went out for midnight. Like, you know how like back in Nebraska we have like the nug run.
The schnitzel run. He's already fucking assimilated into German culture.
Stupid.
Well, the king, yes, I mean, me and Jackson for the longest time, we kept going back and forth, like we need to do like a podcast of some sort because like we definitely do some interesting conversations and shit when it comes to, I mean, like games in general. Most of the time it's Pokemon related, which is nice because when Jackson's on, me and him can talk about things that I do not think Sam or Jake or Isaiah really care about. Isaiah's a little different. He's been getting into the Pokemon card game, but I think mainly me and Jackson are super deep into Pokemon. Jake's also a big Pokemon guy too.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, the first topic we have here is Pokemon Home was finally like actually announced. Like we kind of knew about it before, and we pretty much knew what it was going to be. It was just going to be Pokemon Bank, but for the Switch. But now we have all the juicy details. What all do you know? Do you know the complete announcement or?
I know that you can put all of your Pokemon in it and you can trade. Is there going to be an app or is it just a website?
Yeah, so it's there's an app on the Switch and then also on your phone, and then there's like the free version and the paid version. The free version is total dog shit and there's absolutely no reason to have it. So pretty much it's just to entice you into buying it.
Okay.
Because
is it because you can only put free, like 30 Pokemon?
Free version you can have 30 Pokemon. The paid version you can have 6,000. And then the free version you cannot import Pokemon from other games. You can only do it for Switch games. So there's like literally no reason to do it. Like you're just gonna have 30 extra slots. That's it. That's the only reason to have it. Yeah, and then so the paid version, it's $16 a year. Which some people are kind of riled up about it because like Pokemon Bank was $5 a year, so it's like triple the amount for like the same thing, pretty much.
Yeah. So let's see here. Okay, so we got Pokemon Sword and Shield is $60. All right. And then you got Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, which is $30. Right. And then you got this, which is $16. So you're telling me for a full Pokemon experience, I'm going to be having to pay.
Well, you also have to add. You still need to have Pokemon Bank too, so that's another $5, and you have to have Nintendo Switch Online, which is another like $20-ish dollars.
Oh, holy shit! Microtransactions are really stacking up. Oh my god.
So, the argument where the mindset I was in when they announced like the DLC and stuff for Pokemon Sword and Shield, I was like, I do like this better. You're not gonna buy a brand new game. You're gonna have the same save file. It's a lot less money, but when you stack it all together, that is fucking quite a chunk of change they are asking for. And they're just doing it in little increments to like disguise the fact that you're actually spending like over $200 on Sword and Shield.
Honestly, like, what fucking game company doesn't do that these days?
Yeah, it's just very unfortunate to see Nintendo fall victim to that as well.
Yeah, like, there's just why do we have to pay for Pokemon Bank too? Well, what's the deal with that? Like,
well, just to be able to access it, because I mean, some people were talking about there is probably a strategy where you can like kind of cheese it out, because but it's just like, say I'm playing Pokemon Diamond on my DS, I have to have Pokemon Bank, put them on Pokemon Bank, so you have to pay for that, and then you have to hook up Bank to Pokemon Home, and then you import from Home or from Bank to Home. So you have to be paying for both of those services in order to connect to get Pokemon from Pokemon Bank into Home. So if you don't plan on playing your older DS games anymore, you could be done with Pokemon Bank. You don't have to keep refreshing it. But if you ever want to like transfer anything from before the 3DS or before the Switch, actually, you have to start paying for Bank again.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I think for competitive players, that'll be a big deal, because I mean, most people just Pokégen. It's 2020. But if you do actually do it legitimately, there's only like some Pokemon can only learn certain moves in certain games. So you might have to get a Pokemon from an older game and then import it over. So you pretty much have to have Pokemon Bank. So
I think I'm good. I do not think I need that service.
Yeah. I was looking at Home and I was like, it might be something I need, but like, I don't know, like $16 a year for... There is a couple of other things they're adding. They're bringing back the GTS, but it's only on Pokemon Home. And it's like not upgraded from like even the DS. Like it's still 3 Pokemon in the GTS at once. And it's like, why am I paying for this when I could do the exact same thing in Diamond and Pearl and I did not have to pay for this?
Also, just a quick heads up. The Wi-Fi here is pretty bad, so you did cut out there.
Oh.
So if I ever like don't reply.
Oh, okay. There, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I do come back.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, GTS is a thing, not upgraded from Diamond and Pearl, so kind of shitty.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel like there is nothing I really care about from the older games that I feel the need to bring up into these newer games. And even then, like, what am I gonna bring up? Because anything, and like, because the games are limited, right? Like they don't have the entire decks.
Yeah.
And
Pokemon Home itself, you can put all Pokemon into it, but yeah, you cannot import all Pokemon into Sword and Shield. It's only ones that are actually in there.
And even then, it's like, I think Pokemon Sword and Shield did a really good job at making every Pokemon in its quote-unquote national dex available, in the sense that, like, when we used to have national dexes, we would have Pokemon that we would have to transfer up from like an older game or something like that. But in Sword and Shield, the 400 Pokemon that are in the game, I noticed, are actually in the game. Like, all of them are attainable.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like, if I can capture any Pokemon that is available to me in that game and breed it to be competitive, then why do I need...
what's the point? Yeah. That's for sure.
And they're adding more. They're adding more in the DLC. But like that's my point. It's like the limit is the extent of which the Pokemon they will be adding. Like they will be adding Pokemon and they'll be putting them in the game. So they're going to be in the game. So I can just go and, like, let's say I wanted like, literally at that point, for me, the only reason I'd ever get Pokemon Home is for Pokemon that I feel sentimental towards, which I don't feel sentimental towards any of them.
Yeah. At this point, pretty much, like, for me, the only reason I would do it is like a one-time push from, like, oh, you know, I have Chimmy the Chimchar from Diamond and Pearl, you know, let me bring him over to the Switch, even though you can't even fucking do that because he's not in Sword and Shield. So it's like, I don't know what they're going for here. Like, it just seems like a wild service. And there's also, they put out like an infographic. I used it in one of my thumbnails when I was like introducing it in a video, but there's like limitations on how the importing goes, because if you have a Pokemon from Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu and you take it out of Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, put it in Pokemon Home, you can't put it back. So you can't put Pokemon into Pikachu and Eevee. And Same thing, it has Pokemon Go compatibility, so you can take Pokemon out of Pokemon Go, but you can't put them in Pokemon Go. And I assume that's just because the stats and abilities and stuff is weird in those games, but still it's just like, it's so convoluted and bullshit at the same time, and it's like, there's all these limitations, but you're still paying $16 a year, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, really.
Yeah. All in all, I definitely do not think that I need to be paying $16 a month for that.
Yeah. A little unfortunate.
I wonder why Pokemon can't go back into Pokemon Go, because obviously there is some sort of conversion that they're making when they convert the Pokemon into the normal game.
Yeah.
So I wonder what's going on with that.
Yeah, I mean, like, in a perfect world, they would just have two sets of stats. Like, they would have their Pokemon Go stats and then their, like, mainline game stats. I don't know why that's so crazy to, like think about. Like, I don't know why they need to be like, it's one or the other. Like, it's either competitive in Pokemon Go or it's a mainline Pokemon. Like, it just makes it really, really hard. Like, the whole point of the service is, like, you're supposed to be able to transfer your Pokemon from any game and any service. Like, so it makes no sense where it's like, well, once you take them out of Pokemon Go, they're gone forever. And there's like, it feels like there's no point, because the whole point of Pokemon Go, like, is to have these, like, cool Pokemon, and then you take gyms and stuff. So why on earth would you want to be like, all right, I'm going to send them to real Pokemon where you're just never going to use it? Like, there's no point.
You mean you don't want to pay $16 a year to fucking delete Pokemon? That's like a fucking steal for me.
And the worst part, they actually announced that when Pokemon Home comes out this month, it won't actually have the compatibility with Pokemon Go yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's $16 and it still doesn't have full compatibility that they've promised yet, which is awesome, you know? That's totally not sus. That's like some EA shit right there. And it's like, I keep bringing up that comparison in videos, and it's like, it really hits hard, because it's like, you know what Sword and Shield did? They sold you like a half-baked game, and now they're charging $30 to finish it. And it's like, you know how many times EA is like voted as worst company of like the year, and they do the exact same shit. And people were hyped for the DLC. Whatever, man. I can't deal with this.
At least EA's graphics look good.
Oof. Oh, God. Yikes.
So, in a way, it's even worse than EA.
That's true. It's just so sad, man. I mean, the new DLC looks promising, looks like it'll be fun, but like, that's the exact reason why I should hate it. Like, it looks good. That's why you should be afraid of it, because the normal game could have just been good.
Yeah. I get that. I don't know if I think I'll play it. If I'm going to play it, I'm probably only going to play the Tundra one, because it's the only one that looks appealing to me, and that way it's only $15.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Unfort. Okay, we're gonna move past Pokemon for a second, just to cleanse our palate here, because every time these days we talk about the Pokemon games, it's just depressing. But there are some other promising Nintendo titles coming out, which is it's weird when you look at Pokemon and you look at Game Freak, because like all the other Nintendo games are actually like kind of trying new things, at least, and they're being successful in their own space. Like Nintendo, they're kind of notorious for kind of doing the same thing over and over. But recently, like at least in the era of the Switch, they've been trying a lot of new things. Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey doing really well, things like that. So and then there's Pokemon here, kind of, you know, lagging behind, doing the exact same thing again. Which is unfortunate.
I really did think that after the Switch released and there was so much hype around it, like you couldn't even get your hands on the damn console. And Breath of the Wild came out, and it was like new and different, and Mario Odyssey came out, and everyone was talking about that. I really did think that this was going to be like sort of like another GameCube in a way, where it just like had like a bunch of like, it had like staple games on it. Like, I was really excited, because I was like, oh shit, well maybe we're gonna get like a cool new Fire Emblem and cool new Pokemon. I have been playing Fire Emblem. It's alright.
It's alright.
It's alright. I'm mostly just salty because I got I got on the wrong path. I didn't want to go on this path, but that's a story for another day. But For Pokemon, yeah, I think I was very underwhelmed with Sword and Shield just as a game. I don't know if you got that feeling as well.
I mean, a lot of Pokemon games these days have been like, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's like, even Pokemon, like when you play a Pokemon game and it's actually good, like it's good compared to other Pokemon games. But it's not good on like a real game level. Like we've talked about this before. Like if you compare, you could take whatever you think the best Pokemon game is, whether that's Heart Gold or Black and White or whatever. Even if you compare that to something like Persona, like it's still, Persona just blows it away, or like just any like actually good RPG just kind of blows it away. So it's unfortunate, like when you play a Pokemon game and it's underwhelming, and because it's still like, I mean, like no Pokemon game has ever been like game of the year material, like on a like an actual like grand scale, pretty much. Like they're all still half-baked, underwhelming when compared to like actual games, which is sad because most of the time like the criteria for a good Pokemon game is comparing it to other Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Rather than like actual games, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Very
okay,
sad.
well let's talk about some other shit.
Yeah. Okay. So we had a lot of info dropped on us. A lot of people were speculating that there was going to be a big Nintendo Direct coming in January, simply because there was a lot of info from this year. There's a lot of stuff that we didn't know about, but was announced in the world. So stuff like we didn't know who the 5th DLC character for Smash was going to be. There's a lot of question marks on like release dates. There's Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is coming out some point this year. We don't know what's happening with Metroid Prime. There's a lot of information lacking from Animal Crossing. So a lot of people were speculating we were going to get a January Direct. Obviously that didn't happen. We're in February now. But now there are rumors of this whole Nintendo Direct happening in February. And most of the time when it comes to Nintendo, the rumors that kind of float around, 99% of the time they turn out to be bullshit, and they're all kind of like weird and fucking relevant.
Do you think there's gonna be a rumor, like if we go back and look through like the history of rumors, there's like if you go look for every month, there's a rumor that there's gonna be a Direct that month.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, oh shit, there's gonna fucking Direct in January. And then like, oh okay, there must be a Direct in February then.
Yeah.
And then there's not going to be, and they're like, okay, it's March.
Oh, there's gonna be a Direct this March. Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, what's up, people? The stars kind of aligned better. I don't know how true this is. I didn't fact check it, but I read something like a lot of these rumors are coming. At least just the fact that a Nintendo Direct will exist simply because there has been a Direct every February since like 2016 or something. Like I said, I didn't fact check that stat, so don't fucking quote me on that.
Don't fact check.
Yeah. Just believe everything I say.
My English is like taking a shit since I've been here.
So February, yeah. So I think February is probably a good time for a Direct. Not only do we have Animal Crossing coming out at the beginning or at the end of March, I think we still need a whole Direct about Animal Crossing. There's the Mystery Dungeon is coming out beginning of March, and like I said, there's still a whole bunch of things. We don't know the big holiday game for Nintendo this year, 2020. I don't think it'd be Xenoblade Chronicles. We haven't heard anything about like a new Mario game or anything. Breath of the Wild 2 exists. We don't know anything about it though. Metroid Prime exists. We don't know anything about it though. So I think.
So what you're saying here is we need a Direct to explain these things.
Yeah. Pretty much. We have some questions in chat. I'll import these. So, Jax, what is your favorite Pokemon game for the people at home?
My favorite game for Pokemon, like of the main series?
Yeah, out of the main series.
It's somewhere between Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Black and White.
DS man, I see.
within those like line of games, there's like a sweet spot there for me.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Probably, like pure nostalgia, probably Platinum. But Heart Gold Soul Silver was actually really cool to play because I actually went back like a lot later after it came out, and that's like the first time I actually played it, and I ended up liking it quite a bit.
I think I would probably say Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I think that is not only like it's like in between Platinum and Black and White, which fits very snugly, but it also has the most features. I'm a big fan of features.
Yeah, features.
Shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big fan of like content in a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which Sword and Shield does not have a lot of content.
Yeah, it's like a 10-hour game and then there's no end game. Cool. $60 game. Cool. But yeah, so we don't know Nintendo's big holiday game. I doubt it'd be Xenoblade. So there's this random ass rumor. I don't know if I always want to know because I'm not huge like into the communities of other platforms like Xbox or PlayStation, things like that. But there's this rumor going around that there's a game that's going to be announced in this Direct, and it's related to tires. And I know that sounds really stupid, but like it's really floating around. Like it's actually like people, I don't know who puts stock in this stuff. Like I don't know what employee works at Nintendo and they're like, oh shit, Direct's coming. Got to tell the internet, yo, there's gonna be a game about tires coming. Like, I don't think
someone just got really fucking high. I saw tires.
So my mind immediately goes to potentially like Mario Kart 9, potentially, or maybe Diddy Kong Racing or something. A lot of people has been speculating instead of Mario Kart, they go to something like Nintendo Kart, because like honestly, that's where Mario Kart is.
Yeah, it basically already is.
Yeah, because we have Inkling or Splatoon, we have Zelda, we have
we've got my boy Inkling,
Animal Crossing. Yeah.
We've got my boy Lonk.
The boys are in Mario Kart, and honestly I think that'd be really cool because think about how hyped people get for Smash Brothers character announcements, so they could just transfer that strategy into another game and they just have like these big ass announcements but for fucking Mario Kart characters. Which kind of sounds stupid, but like they honestly could pull it off. Like they'd be like, who's next? Nintendo Kart.
I can't wait to play fucking Cloud
in fucking Nintendo Kart.
Yeah, Nintendo Kart.
And like they
like slowly, like it'll go the way of Smash.
Like
it'll be it's a Nintendo game, and then it'll be like this is a love letter to gaming in general, but it's a racing game.
Yeah, and they just fucking they have all these like stages and stuff, and they just like, because I mean obviously it's possible. You just take one look at Smash and you know that they could, you know, grab all these licenses and grab all these characters from different games and universes and stuff. So it's very possible. The question is, will they do it?
I think for me, the Link being in Mario Kart is already kind of like weird.
Too much, you think?
Like too much. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like fucking Marth.
Cloud Marth, yeah.
Like they're too many Sora characters.
Sora characters in Mario Kart.
I don't know. I think I would personally like it if just kind of stayed being with Mario. I think there's enough Mario characters to feed Mario Kart, honestly.
Yeah, I could see that. It just depends on how they take the spin with it, because I don't know, because I mean there's Diddy Kong Racing, which exists and has been a thing for a while. They haven't gone back on it for a while, but I mean if you look at what the hell is the Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing? They're low-key doing the same thing. There's like the Heavy from Team Fortress is in that game for some reason. And there's like, there's like the Heavy from Team Fortress and like Football Manager, like the game Football Manager. There's just like some guy from Football Manager. So they have all these like, I don't even know if these are Sega related. Like they're pretty out there for most of them. And
actually, we're gonna get like a fucking like Skynet corporation. It's called gaming.
Yeah, and like where there's no connection, they're just video games. That's the only fucking line between them. So honestly, they could do it. But this is all based off some dumbass speculation of tires. So I mean, this is all fucking just conjecture and stuff to talk about.
Game about tires.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Arms 2 tires.
Arms 2 tires. Arms racing game. It happened.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, could they make that cool? Like it's not that Link is too much for me. Well, I mean, it kind of is. It's just like Link looks weird.
It's just weird. He's just like an awkward character to have in a racing game.
Yeah, he just looks weird. Like, I don't know, if they made it look cool, you know, which they could probably do.
Yeah.
It's just like, I just can't imagine what a fucking Nintendo kart game.
And like, if they end up doing, I think it's just because like we're not as accustomed to characters like Link and like Marth and stuff being in like party games besides Smash. Because there's Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario Tennis. You know, if they started doing Nintendo themed things.
I think the reason why Smash works is because like characters fighting is just a thing that you do.
Yeah.
Like that's just a thing that you do in video games in general. Fight. So like. That's like a pretty universal thing, but it is not universal to be accustomed to seeing Joker hop into a
car, the Morgana bus, and drive around.
Little beep car, beep lettuce.
God, now I want to see that. I want to see fucking Morgana racing.
I mean, yeah, I get. Now that you mentioned the Morgana car, fucking, I don't know. I mean, and F-Zero.
That's true. F-Zero's been maybe that's why no F-Zero for a long time. They're just planning to have Captain Falcon in there. And fucking Nintendo Kart.
I want to play I want to play I'd rather have a new F-Zero, honestly. If this tires thing is about F-Zero, then I'd like that. Even though F-Zero doesn't really have tires, I think all the cars fly.
Yeah. F-Zero fucking. And then at that point, like, I don't know why. I don't think it would be Nintendo Kart. I think it'd be easier to make like Nintendo Party, like instead of a Mario Party, especially since everybody's been shitting on Mario Party for the last like 5 years at least. I think it'd be easier to just reboot it into Nintendo Party and then boom.
But you see that has nothing to do with the leaks about tires though.
That's true. Tire leak, bro.
See, it has to remain within the confines of tires. What the fuck? Like, tires? Who said?
It's just one of those dumbass leaks where it's like 4chan guy XX69 is like, yo, my uncle works at Nintendo. There's gonna be tires in this next thing. I don't know. Fuck me. If Mario Kart 9 gets announced,
it's gonna smell like fucking rubber.
God. Okay, so speaking of dumbass leaks and dumbass information, there was, I don't know if you saw it, you know, you're pretty far from Twitter and things these days, but there was an article that came out yesterday claiming that there was this guy who had information that said Nintendo reached out to Disney to have Sora be in Smash and they got denied by Disney.
Alright, you see, the thing is, I did not ever see that on any social media platform except for on your YouTube channel. Because I watch your YouTube channel, I'm a loyal subscriber. I clicked the
What's up? Hit that sub button, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know about that, yes.
Okay, yeah. So basically, I just made a video on it because I was scrolling through Twitter and then like one person talked about it and they're like, oh shit, like haha. And then like a million other people were talking about it. And it felt like just a bunch of headline reading because you actually click on it and you realize the whole thing is bullshit. And pretty much everybody who's actually looking into it, they're like, oh, this is total bullshit. Like, this doesn't make any sense. And I just wanted to bring it up here to see what your thoughts are on Sora. Like, I want a level head. What do you think about Sora and his chances of getting into Smash? Because every time I talk about it with Sam, he is a 0% chance guy. And then everybody else is just like, you know, maybe. And, you know, so I want to hear what your thoughts are.
I think Sakurai has already kind of like passed the crazy line. Like, I think that he's definitely well over that now.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to do anything crazy anymore.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have to, but I mean, like, from here he can, like, he's introduced fucking whack ass characters like Cloud, and I think Banjo-Kazooie is also pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think he probably like why does someone like Sam say that he doesn't have a chance?
Well, Sam does this thing where like he'll have an opinion about something, so therefore he can do no objective reasoning on it.
One sec.
Okay. Hello, Dark Matters. Very royal. The king is here.
Oh, hey, thank you.
He's just getting some fucking pizza or something.
Good night.
Is that more schnitzel?
Alright, I'm back.
Is that more schnitzel?
No, it was, my friend whose name I will not say. I was definitely about to say his name. Yeah, he was just returning my,
Gotcha. All good. Okay, yes. So, yeah, Sam, his hatred of Sora and Kingdom Hearts clouds him from having any sort of objective opinion about Sora being in Smash.
Okay, so it's not like anything about like company
No,
clash?
no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that the 0% argument is probably valid if you bring up companies.
Mm-hmm.
Because Disney and Square Enix is probably definitely a rough one. But like I said, Sakurai has wrestled that bear already.
Yeah.
Square
It's
Enix, namely.
yeah. Square Enix is attached to Cloud and Hero, so.
Yeah, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Nintendo and Disney have worked together in the past before.
Yes.
So,
That's one thing. So for people in chat asking, this is just the PNTV podcast was canceled this week because everybody was busy. So we brought the king on to show these fuckers how to run a show. No, I'm just kidding. So right now, topic is Sora and Smash. Is it possible? Because recent developments, people keep talking about Sora was denied from Smash. Turns out that was bullshit. But hey, at least it gets the conversation started. It's really hard, I think, to ask both Square Enix and Disney.
Yeah, I do think that could be complicated, but I mean, it's also something that like I can like see Sakurai doing in my head,
yeah,
you know, and like somehow making it work. Like Disney would probably be like fucking 50% of the money.
Yeah, we want everything.
We want everything.
It's so the main thing every time I bring up Sora in Smash and the go-to argument against him is like you have to talk to Square Enix and Disney. So the first thing everybody says is somewhere out there, I haven't even looked into it to myself. This is just something people always comment. They always say Disney owns 100% of Sora. They don't share him with Square Enix. So some people try to write this as like this is a good thing. Personally, I think that makes it worse because Nintendo has already worked with Square Enix to get characters into Smash. So it's not a bad thing that they would have to talk to Square Enix and Disney. That just means Disney has less leverage if Square also owns a character. So if Disney owns 100%, not only are they foreign territory for a Smash character, they're also known to be stingy fuckers when it comes to IPs. Let's look at Spider-Man for 2 seconds. So
No, I love Mickey Mouse.
Is Sam ever gonna stream again? Hey, maybe he'll support those subscribers of his. You never know.
Go feed him.
So every time I make a Sora video where we talk about Sora, it gets people riled up because everybody wants to get into the intricacies of who owns Sora and if the guy of this company said he would really love Sora to be in Smash. And blah 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 and like all this stuff.
Okay. Do we have anything definitive?
The only thing that I have that is absolutely definitive is that Zero, the Smash player, was invited to go to a Kingdom Hearts 3 like release event thing, and he was talking to the people who made Kingdom Hearts 3, and he was like, "Wow, it'd be really cool if Sora was in the game." And they said, "Yeah, we think so too, but we have zero control over that." Meaning, yes, Disney in fact does whatever the fuck they want. Or, some higher power of Square Enix Disney.
It's my boy Bob Iger. Alright, Sakurai and Bob Iger.
Bob Iger. So, it's just one of these things where the licensing and just like the amount of hoops people have to jump through to get Sora and Smash, it almost sounds like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Is it worth it? Because Smash at this point has so many characters in it that are like, wow, this is crazy that they're in this game. So there's plenty of characters that are still at the same level as Sora that would be like, oh shit, my man Master Chief is in the game or whatever. Like, there's plenty of characters.
If Sora is put into the game, that would make a lot of people very, very, very.
Oh, for sure.
I definitely think that if Sora got into the game, that would probably be the most hype announcement.
Mm-hmm.
You agree with that?
I think so, yeah.
I think that that would probably be the peak.
It would have to be.
Of all of it.
Yeah, especially after all this, yeah.
Yeah, because I think that Sora is kind of like one of the last cult characters. You know, so like we used to have Cloud, we used to have Ryu, we used to have Mega Man, we used to have these like Ridley, King K. Rool, Banjo-Kazooie. These were all characters that had a humongous cult following.
For sure.
And lo and behold, they all made it into the game. And I think that the only one that's left really is Sora. I mean, there's other people vying for characters, of course, but Sora is like
the last big one.
Sora's the meme. You know.
I think for sure Sora is the last one where it was like if we go back to the Brawl days where there was still like a limited scope of like Smash characters, like nowadays, like you could they don't care about anything. Like they'll put whatever character they want in Ultimate. But I think back in like Brawl, like Melee, like there was definitely like a limited scope. It wasn't like, oh, we could have Snake in this game. We could have, all these crazy characters, all this shit. So Sora was one of those characters where it was like, oh yeah, Sora could definitely fit into Smash. So since Ultimate has been so crazy, there's a lot of other characters that are popping up. Like Master Chief, I think he would be super dope, but like back in Brawl, there's no way people were like, I think Master Chief could make it into Smash. Like that was not on the table. Like only in Ultimate is that now something to talk about. So that's why I agree with Jackson here that Sora is probably the last like main character that people really want to make it into Smash. There are plenty of other characters, but like, because think about how crazy it is to even fathom having Master Chief be in Smash. Like my man is gonna fucking energy sword people. like it sounds crazy on paper, but it's only possible now with Smash Ultimate. And like Sora's not that crazy, I don't think.
Yeah, I think that Sora also fits into kind of the world and aesthetic of the game. Really
for sure. Master Chief sticks out like a sore thumb, just like Snake. Like it's still crazy to me that Snake, he has a rocket launcher, bro. Like he has grenades.
Even then, I think it's weird. Like, yeah, Snake is kind of a violent character, but I think maybe I'm just saying this because he's been kind of around since Brawl, and I always think of like Kojima and Sakurai like just sitting
big hanging
together or something like that. I think Snake has at least made his. I mean, Snake doesn't even have a gun.
Yeah, that's
Joker
true.
Was the first character to have a gun. So,
that's true. Yeah.
Like a straight up pistol. And that's another thing is that Snake is is an Eastern character.
Yeah.
As well, and I think the fact that Master Chief being
America
originally an American, and that's not to say that there aren't American characters in Smash, but the ones that are in Smash are the cartoony ones like
Banjo,
King K. Rool, and Banjo, and they're well known on and stuff. And that's not to say like, oh, Master Chief doesn't have a place in the game, but I was just like kind of reinforcing that idea that like, yeah, maybe he might stick out a little bit like a sore thumb because he the fact that he comes from the mind of a different culture already kind of
puts him out there. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think there are plenty of other characters that are like way easier to get, make way more sense. Like it's one of those things, like it's a meme, like the next DLC pass, it's not actually 6 characters, it's going to be 5 because one of them is for sure going to be a Pokemon from Sword and Shield. Like probably going to be Urshifu or like, the bear guy, like stuff like that. So it just feels like they don't need to go wild.
Yeah, and that's another thing is that these 6 characters, Nintendo chose them, and Nintendo also chose Violet. So they are probably definitely going to be pushing some of their new titles.
Yeah, would not surprise me. I wish Mac got a better recovery. Yeah, first DLC pack is just gonna be Little Mac again. Echo Fighters. Honestly, I would not be mad if they had like a Fighters Pass and they just start turning characters that are assist trophies into actual characters.
Yeah, sure.
They need to. Where's Shadow? Where's Knuckles? Where's Crystal? Where's Waluigi? Where's Isaac? Where's Zero? Where's Alucard? These should not be assist trophies.
Fucking Skull Kid, I always thought was
Skull Kid, hell yeah.
Because there are very few villains in the game. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think are there any villains in the game who like aren't heavies?
Ooh, that aren't heavies. Meta Knight?
Is Meta Knight a villain though?
I mean, kind of. You fight him in Kirby.
You fight him. You do clash with Meta Knight.
There you go. So yeah, I see that was the big thing when people were speculating at the beginning of Smash Ultimate when like with the King K. Rool trailer where there's like all the like the highlights of like heroes versus villains and there was like the pixelated screenshot of Spirits mode, but we didn't know what it was yet, and we were like, oh, it's gonna be like Subspace Emissary, but it's gonna be all about like heroes versus villains. They're gonna add all the villains to Smash because we had Ridley, we had Dark Samus, King K. Rool got added to the game, and then they just kind of dropped that, and they're like, here's Incineroar. Here you go.
Here he is.
Yeah. You want to fight fire with fire, huh?
Egg.
Fucking egg. I fucking forgot about that.
If they do another fucking Pokemon, I guess I don't personally really want that. But if they do, then I really hope that it's like Rillaboom.
Rillaboom, yeah.
Not just because I like him, but because they don't have like a grass type that you can just
Play as.
Yeah, like like they have Ivysaur, but he doesn't really count.
What if they, instead of Rillaboom, they have Thwacky and he's a sword character?
Oh my fucking god.
What's up? Yeah, that would be. I see. Rillaboom is definitely a character. I think that would be the best pick. But every time I think, it's just like Rillaboom is just Donkey Kong. He's just a big monkey with a drum.
Yeah, for sure. I think Uchu the better choice.
Yeah. What's up?
But ideally
Rillaboom. Give me Reboot.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, we probably don't want any more Pokemon, but that's just me.
Yeah. So, so that's a bunch of Smash stuff. We actually went for a long time on that. So next thing I have, we could go on forever about this. The new Sword and Shield TCG set just released. It just officially released, at least in America, yesterday. I've made quite a few videos on it so far. I know you are super excited for it. Jackson, what are your initial thoughts on the set so far? Do you like what you see?
I do. I think it looks really fun. I think there's a lot of... What are you laughing at?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at fucking chat.
I think that there's a lot of cool variation in the set. Things that you can use in pretty much every course. The Evolution Incense. The Quick Ball. I am extremely, extremely happy and excited about the Rillaboom card because that card single-handedly made grass so much better, and that is the type of deck that I run, and so I'm excited about that. And there's also more grass support coming along the line. I do think that it's weird, some of the decisions that they made. I mean, I hope that they're good in the long run. I think cutting down attributes in card games is always a good thing, yeah?
Yeah, I think so too.
So getting rid of the fairy type, I think, is probably a step in a positive direction.
For the best.
And they also switched around a bunch of weaknesses, which I thought was interesting. We were talking about your Sableye deck, and I was like, shit, I wonder if I'm going to be able to compete, and when I get back, of course, because I can't buy any cards here, because all the cards are in German.
That's a big step there.
Yeah, but once I get back, I was like concerned about, oh shit, like I wonder if I'm gonna be able to compete. And you were telling me that like, oh no, my deck is weak to grass.
Yeah.
Your dark type deck is weak to fucking grass.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
insane.
for bug, which is really weird.
And they took the grass weakness off of the water types apparently, and now the water types are weak to electric.
Yeah, electric.
So
Major's
I
whole
think-
deck is weak to electric now.
Yeah, so it's really interesting that they're doing all of these weird attribute switching, but you know, I kind of like it. I kind of like getting something new.
I think so too. I think it's interesting. Yeah, they're at least attempting to switch stuff around, and it's nice that they're like not going so like parallel with the games. Like we're getting. At least there's like a couple of Pokemon that are actually in the TCG set. They're not in the games. Like we got Regirock V, who at the time when the set was being revealed, like we didn't know he was going to be in the expansion for Sword and Shield. But I think it's interesting that they were like, hell yeah, we can just put whatever Pokemon we want in the base set at least, and then probably from here on they can put a whole bunch of different Pokemon in here that don't have to correlate with the games at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they're making some cool changes. It's always nice when you get changes. I think we actually started playing it at like, or getting into the TCG and like competitive and stuff like at like the best time, because we got in like right when there was a rotation, and like now there's a brand new set and everything.
Okay, this is a good opportunity for me to tell this story because I think it's really fucking funny. And
Okay.
That's what you just said, because you were just like, yeah, I think we got into the TCG at a really good time. I fucking sat down at a pre-release one day. I think it was for Cosmic Eclipse, and this one guy and normally like the Pokemon TCG community and the trading card community in general is just really accepting. I've talked to some of the Yu-Gi-Oh guys at like the table over whenever we go to like some of these events, or like some of the Magic guys, and they're all like really nice, and like they help you like learn card because they want more people. You know, they want more people to be in their community and be involved and stuff.
Yeah.
Normally, that's the case. But I sat down and I was gonna fight this guy, and he was like, "Oh, so how long you been playing the game?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, I just kind of started in August with Unified Minds." And he was like, "Oh, okay, so you haven't been playing the game, like you don't know what it was like when it was good." I was like, "What?" He's like, "You know, when it was like fucking good. Like right now, it's not good." It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess I don't know what it was like in the past, but I just thought that was funny that you said that we got into it at a really good time.
Yeah, I can see that, because I think just like generally, like at least for the time frame we're playing right now, just because we're getting to see a lot of changes and stuff, that's definitely a thing where, because like even myself, you know, I haven't played the game for that long, like in the whole span of things. I got into it like during Black and White. Never really played competitive until towards the end of Sun and Moon. But that's definitely like a badge of honor. Like if you're at a tournament or something, and like some people might have those old cards that are like reprints. Like you might have a Switch from like Black and White, or like I had a Reds challenge once in my deck, and I played it, and the guy was like, "Oh, what does that do?" And I'm like, "Oh, you discard 2, search for any card in your deck." And he's like, "Oh, like computer search." Computer search is in the fucking base set of Pokemon, like the 90s like original thing. So like he was trying to test my knowledge and see if I knew that, and I was like, yeah, like computer search, and he was like, oh, okay. So it's like shit like that where they just really want to see like how long has this dude been playing, you know? It's one of those things.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Yeah, this young buck is in here trying to fucking flex on us. No sir.
Yeah. I probably will still buy cards anyways. Worst case scenario, I can use them as proxies, or I can just fucking like put them in my binder.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. But
that'll definitely be cool to have.
yeah,
Just German cards.
We went to I actually haven't found a single GameStop I live in Berlin right now.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I haven't found I know there is a game here. I guess I just haven't been like really looking for one. But we went to Potsdam, which is like I would say like an hour away from Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
And we were walking through the streets, and a group of students and I found a GameStop, and their eyes like lit up, and they were like, "Oh my god, it's a fucking GameStop!" And we all went into the GameStop, and it was basically the same. It smelled the same.
It's just GameStop.
Yeah. Do you know GameStop smell? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so. Like, I couldn't describe it if you asked me to, but like I think I could recognize it.
If it was cold outside and you walked into a GameStop, you would understand.
Yeah.
Very distinct. It smells like fucking game cartridges and like, I don't know, like
fucking sweaty gamers.
But, yeah, it was legitimately the same experience, except everything was in. And yeah, I found they also sold fucking card sleeves at that GameStop. Our GameStops don't sell cards.
Yeah, ours don't have cool things like that. The only place I've been to besides like card shops that have card sleeves, I've been to like Walmart has like random card sleeves, and that was surprising. It's fucking Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Dude, I miss fucking Target.
Target.
Speaking of stores that fucking smell good.
Target.
Target has Starbucks and a popcorn machine at the front of the building. That is pro strats.
That's true. They want you to fucking stay there forever.
Walmart smells like shit by comparison.
Every time I go to Target, the food court is always closed. So like I haven't been there in forever when there's been like food being made and stuff.
Isn't that where you get your fucking Pokemon card?
Yeah, but like I always go at night.
This man and his girlfriend buy out fucking Super Target's entire stock.
Okay, I haven't. In my defense, I have not done that in a long time. I stopped like after Hidden Fates.
I see. I mean, I would have stopped after Hidden Fates too. That site was shit.
Yeah, I have all these fucking shitty Hidden Fates cards that do nothing, and they're just sitting here. I'm gonna start a bonfire with this shit.
We gotta take a look at this shit on Hidden Fates.
Literally, their only job, like the only purpose I can find for them is they're just like proxies for me, so I can just put them in the sleeve and then put the printed thing over it, so it feels like a real card. It's literally the only purpose I can find for Hidden Fates.
Even the fucking shinies were shit. Like everyone was getting so hyped about them.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
They're all out of rotation.
A lot of them are out of rotation, and fucking gotta love Pokemon. But yeah. So I think the last topic we can hit on. We've almost been going for an hour, which is crazy. So
they're only for an hour?
Yeah, they're just about an hour, just to make it.
I guess I kind of know that because I see them up.
Yeah, they're out there. So this is gonna be a new thing we're gonna start. We're gonna have like the ending section. We're gonna ask our guests. We kind of already actually talked about this quite a bit, but we can go back over it. We're gonna start a new thing. We're gonna talk about a Smash potential DLC character that is floating around that people really want. We're gonna talk about where the hype comes from, like why do people want him, whether or not we want him, do you think it's possible, and do you think it's likely? So the character in question today is in fact the Chief himself, Master Chief, from the Halo franchise. Halo is fucking undying. I don't think it'll ever go away. It's turning in one of those franchises. We had Halo 5, and now Halo Infinite is going to be on the brand new Xbox. So the first question here, Jackson, Master Chief, do you personally want him into Smash?
Yeah.
You think so?
Do I want him? Yes.
Yes. You would enjoy Master Chief into Smash Brothers?
Yes. In Germany we would say Das gefällt mir.
I'm gonna assume that's the right thing to say. Hopefully that was not like super ignorant or something.
I mean, maybe it was.
Oh, that's reassuring. But I think the first question, do you want him? It's hard. It's not gonna be that interesting for me and you. I think we've talked about this before, but we're at the point with Smash DLC characters where it's like there's no character they're gonna add that's gonna like piss us off. I don't think. Like we're at this point we're down with anybody.
I'm not gonna get mad when a character gets put into the game. I was fine with the roster that they had. Like I probably would have been content if they just didn't have any DLC characters.
For sure, yeah.
Just because they had like a bunch of characters that I really like, I like Robin. I like Breath of the Wild Link. I like Richter. I like Bowser. I like Bowser Jr. I like Yoshi. They pretty much just like they have everyone. Like,
everyone is here, bro.
Everyone is here, literally, and they brought everyone back too, and that was just like a hype announcement too. So yeah, I legitimately cannot think of a single character that would just anger me. Like even Byleth, like when Byleth came out, I wasn't mad. I
Just
was
disappointed.
Just, like, I don't know. I think I told some people this, but like there's like a scale, right? You're like okay, I don't care, and that's in the middle.
Yeah.
Which is like on the left, let's say.
You're just like, whatever.
Angry, which is on the right. And I was like somewhere in between not caring and being angry.
Yeah.
But I wasn't angry.
I feel that for sure.
I just like looked at my phone after classes and I felt kind of defeated a little bit.
Just like, oof. Good old Byleth. It was just like, I wouldn't say I was angry or anything. Like some people are straight up angry, which I think you need to calm the fuck down.
There's too much in Smash Brothers for you to be mad.
Mad about a single character, yeah.
Like I don't want to sound like I'm like calling anybody out or anything for like getting mad about a character because like I mean you have reasons. But personally speaking, I just think that there's a lot to be appreciated in how much work has been put into the game, and I'm not even saying that just like I'm not saying that lightly because like people would say that all the time where it's like, oh, you don't know how to make a game, like fucking
which that is a fucking stupid argument, by the way, but
yeah. But like with this game Smash Ultimate, there's
so much shit. Yeah,
there's too much. I actually have been a lot of the students here like they play casually, and a lot of them do not even know what Smash Ultimate is.
Wow, really?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're like they have like real life talents, like they can speak languages and play piano and shit, so
yeah, that doesn't make sense, you know. They do real people shit.
Yeah, like they have like a very base level knowledge of Smash Bros. And one guy in particular that I've been hanging out with has actually been really interested in getting good at the game, and he knows absolutely nothing about competitive Smash. He just knows like that Smash Brothers is a thing that exists and it's a fun party game essentially. So I've been like hanging out with him and like telling him like, okay, so you can do all these. There's basically 4 or 5 inputs for all these things. You got a neutral one, you got a side, back, up, down, and just
fucking come in full circle.
Yeah, and he's familiar with some franchises in Smash Brothers, and I mean, let's face it, if you are a living, breathing, fucking cognitive person, and you pick up Smash Brothers and you look at the roster, you will recognize one of those. Yeah,
at least one of those dudes will be like, oh yeah, I know them.
So if there's anything that like I've gotten out of that experience of like walking this guy through Smash Ultimate for the first time, it's that he always gets really, really excited. He likes Castlevania, for example, and he was legitimately like, man, they should put Simon Belmont in this game. And I was like, dude, boy, do I have something to show you. So I took him to the fucking Castlevania stage, and I showed him all the music, and he was like, oh my god, like look at this. That's the werewolf from the game. Like, that's so much attention to detail. Or that's a Medusa head in the game. He also likes Punch-Out, so he played Little Mac, and he started laughing because on the victory screen he noticed that Little Mac's face was beat up, and he was like, oh, that's really funny. And I was like, yeah, he actually gets more beat up as the game goes along. And he like paused and looked at me for a second. He was like, that's just like how it was in like Punch-Out for the Wii. I fucking love this. This is like so fucking cool. Like,
bro, I wish I could have that experience.
Yeah, where you played a game and then you played Smash Brothers.
Yeah, like instead I play Smash Bros. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, maybe I'll play Persona now, or maybe I'll try Xenoblade Chronicles. You're like, oh, this is pretty cool. It'd be so much cooler if it was the other way around.
Yeah, same here with me. Smash always gets me. Always the avert. But to end my experience with this guy, I was also telling him about like the music that's in this game, and I was showing him all of the tracks from different like shit and all of the stages and the spirits and all that shit. And he was like, this has to be like one of the best games ever, right? And I was like, I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, yeah, it's probably one of the most finely crafted video games. Like if you just look at it like objectively, it has so much passion put into it, has so much
for sure, yeah.
So anyways, yeah, that's my point being, there even people that are not Smash Brothers fans acknowledge
that Smash is
the
badass
amount of shit that is in this game.
Yeah.
So I just personally cannot fathom Steve being put into Minecraft and me being upset about it.
Oh, what the hell, man? Not in my Smash Brothers. Like, bro, don't play him. Don't play him. Like, don't pick him on this character select screen. And you'll be alright.
But yeah, that's. I hope that wasn't like too much of a tangent or whatever.
No. That's completely cool. That's what the point is.
I hope that. So like when you asked me like, you know, would you like Master Chief? My answer's like, yeah. I'd like Master Chief.
I'd like anybody. Yeah, give me somebody. As long as it's not like a fucking, I don't know. If it was like Goomba or something, I might be like, dude, what the hell? Like, but I mean, like, as long as it's like an actual character and like.
At the end of the day, they are always additions.
Yeah, for sure.
More characters. There are just more, and there are just more things that you could potentially do and some wacky ass interactions with. So yes, Master Chief would entertain me. I think I was more of a Halo fan back when I was a
young lad.
Like a lad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even to this day, I think Master Chief would be cool just because I'm a big fan of characters who had like some sort of impact on gaming. So I like that Simon Belmont is in the game because Castlevania was like one of the first times in which people were shown that video games could be scary. It's a kind of like the birth of horror game. And in Master Chief's example, he would be a very good representative first-person shooter because Halo pretty much like changed how we think of FPS today when Combat Evolved came out in 2001.
Yeah, for sure. I think, yeah, if you look at fucking Smash, you need to calm down if you get angry about things. Like, I think honestly, if we lived in a world where video games, like, they weren't all a standard price, like if they weren't all $60 regardless of like the quality, like if it was like you pay for what you get type of thing, where like some dog shit game is like $5, Smash Ultimate, honestly, that shit could be like over $100 and totally be worth it. Just all the shit they got in there. It's like the only Switch game I play. I got hundreds of hours in there, and I know I'm gonna be playing it for years to come.
It's funny too, because I was saying that fan of games with content. Like, I'm a fan of like games that I can buy and then not spend like 10 hours on and then forget about it completely.
Yeah.
This is like an indie game for like $5. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. And if I want to play it, then I want to play it. But it's like when I feel as if I've got my, I think that is the best feeling.
For sure.
And Smash Brothers is of course one of the examples.
Hell yeah, Smash Ultimate, best game of all time.
It is certainly very well crafted, yes. So
I think so.
Let's keep talking about Master Chief.
Yeah, so Master Chief, do you want him? Hell yeah, I'd be down. Do you think he has the move set for it? Now, this is a weird question because it's like Sakurai and the team, I'm sure they could put a move set together for pretty much anybody. But
Yeah,
the question
they can.
the question becomes, should they put a move set together for anybody? Because a question, we might talk about this character in the future, but a lot of people want the guy from Doom to be in Smash.
Okay.
And it could definitely be possible, but he's a great example of should they put him in Smash. Like, I know they could, but should they? Because he would not if they put him in Smash, he would just like not be representative of his game at all. Like Doom is about fucking murdering the shit out of like fucking demons and like fucking making them bleed all over the floor. And you know they just can't do that in Smash. Like they just cannot put that in Smash. So therefore, like he's just gonna be, you know, like a generic soldier guy and punch people and shit. Like I'm sure they could do something special with him, but the question becomes, should they? So in the case of Master Chief, do you think he could have a moveset that is faithful to the games? Because I'm sure he could have like some melee moves, but he's all about shooting shit, really. He's an FPS character. So do you think they could make him a moveset that's like actually good for his?
Yeah, I do. I think that Halo, at least back in the days of Bungie, is... I think that they could take Master Chief in the direction that they did when Bungie had control over Halo for at least 3 Halo games. And I think that it was very far removed from reality back then. It was very fantasy-like.
Yeah.
It was less bam bam shoot 'em up.
Marine soldier shooty, yeah.
Exactly. Like of course it is an FPS at the end of the day, and you are shooting things. But I think that there is a sort of whimsicalness to Halo.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Where like the grunts are like talking, or like all the aliens talk really.
Yeah.
And they like say like really like funny stuff. There's fucking magic councils.
Yeah.
Of like the Covenant, like they have like this council, like Star Wars-esque council. There's not too much gore or anything. Like gore is not a major part of Halo.
Yeah.
You could totally just leave that out. I mean, it's basically the same amount of gore as what I imagine in Metal Gear.
Yeah, for sure. I think
they managed to make Snake work pretty well. So I think, and I also think that like a lot of the weapons that Chief and a lot of the other people in the lore of Halo use are very cartoony and very far removed from reality. So I think it would fit pretty well. I mean, you think about the Needler. The Needler is not a real fucking gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the Needler, we have the plasma rifle. They're just shooting beams. We have guns that shoot beams in Smash Brothers. I definitely do not think that...
He's too far-fetched.
Yeah, he's too far-fetched. I mean, they could have the assault rifle, but even then, the assault rifle sound or behave like a normal fucking...
Yeah.
So.
I think if you put it like that, yeah, it's a lot more convincing to put him in, like... Because, yeah, definitely more recent Halos, they try to be more realistic and shooty bang bang and, you know, all this shit.
For sure.
So, even especially like the original... Yeah, like even the original Halos, like the art style and everything is a lot more, like, cartoony and kind of fantasy-like. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I agree with that. I think they could definitely do it. So, the final question, now here's the kicker. Here's the one that you can actually think about. Is it likely that Master Chief will be in Fighter Pass Volume 2? Do you think there's like an over 50% chance of him making it?
That's a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably it's easier to look at who is more likely than he is.
Yeah.
Like, because, yeah, he's probably likely, but I think that Steve from Minecraft is probably more likely.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to look at there's a tier list of characters that people want into Smash, and there's a tier list of characters that have a good chance of making it into Smash. And I think that tier list changes quite a bit now that Byleth is out in here.
I think that anything could happen. We're not restricted by the rule of, oh, this character has to be represented on a Nintendo console at least once anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We have characters like Joker,
Cloud.
And, I mean, like Persona characters have been, but Joker.
Mm-hmm.
I guess technically Persona Q, but I mean we're reaching at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cloud as well. Snake, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Regardless, I think for a lot of these characters that I just listed, like, you're probably gonna get a comment. Oh, Snake was in whatever.
Yeah. Like they have some connection at some point in time.
My point being that I don't think the fact that the Chief has absolutely no connection to any Nintendo console ever downgrades him from getting into the game.
Yeah.
Because, like I said earlier, Smash Brothers has become a letter to and just a Nintendo IP about hitting each other. They have characters from all over the fucking place here, so.
I think that's true. I think, yeah, the best way to look at it is not like, oh, is it likely that Master Chief is making it in? It's more of like, well, is he top 6 on the list of characters that could be in Smash?
I personally don't think so.
Yeah, I would say probably not.
Yeah, which is what I'm like kind of like trying to build up to, just because I think that there are characters who fit the aesthetic of the game better. I mentioned Steve, so I'm not gonna do it again.
Steve, I think he could be a Mii costume. I think Master Chief fucking could be a Mii Gunner costume. I didn't even think about that till now. Holy fucking shit!
That's true.
He literally could be a Mii costume.
That's true, because fucking Ezio
from Altair from Altair. Which is weird because in other Nintendo Directs they actually said he's from Assassin's Creed, but for some reason in America they said he's from Altair. But well, that's a whole nother can of worms. Like there was a bunch of Ubisoft in that one, but no Rayman, so I think Rayman could definitely get in. But I think Minecraft Steve could definitely be a Mii costume, and then I think Master Chief for sure could be a Mii costume.
Yeah, I
think that's what he's likely as.
I think it's more likely he will be a Mii costume, but you know, like I said, Sakurai has stuff in the past. But also we have to keep in mind that Nintendo is choosing these characters.
Yes, that is a major sticking point. Sakurai himself keeps saying it. He's like, bro, don't at me on Twitter no more.
I think if it was entirely up to Sakurai, he'd try to pull the wackiest shit.
Oh, for sure. You know, my man Sakurai's doing whatever.
I think if it was up to Sakurai, then it would be completely unpredictable. But knowing Nintendo and seeing like Byleth and seeing here, I mean, there are some fan servicey characters like Banjo, but even then, like there wasn't. Do you think there was anything super fucking? I guess Joker was the most wild character.
But Joker was really just like the get excited for Smash Ultimate character. That's why I think he went first, because like, and then Reggie came out at the Game Awards. He was like, yeah, all of the Smash fighter characters are all gonna be really cool, like Joker. They're all gonna be wild, and you would never think they'll be in Smash. And then you know, Byleth. But hey, they try to like slide Byleth in there at the end. They're like hoping people forgot about the fucking fighter pass or whatever.
Well, another character that I wanted to bring up was Dante. Because I do think that Dante has a bigger chance than the Chief, at least.
Oh, for sure. I think Dante has probably, especially Devil May Cry, they're literally like bringing all of them to the Switch like one at a time right now.
Yeah, not only are they all coming to the Switch, but also Dante just works as a character. He is a combo-based character. For
sure. Yeah, and he's got like the aesthetic of like characters that are already in Smash, like a Bayonetta type character.
Yes, exactly. And he's Capcom, and Capcom and Nintendo well swimmingly together. So I think that the likelihood for a character like that is much higher than a likelihood for a character like Master Chief.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not because of the violence, quote unquote, or whatever. I don't even think Halo.
Halo's definitely. I mean, probably Devil May Cry is probably more violent than Halo.
Yeah, probably.
You really chop up a weirdo. I mean,
fucking Metal Gear is probably more violent than Halo. Like there's a fucking they literally have the spirit of the character in Metal Gear who had a bomb in her vagina. Do you remember? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my god, you're gonna have to fucking boss him about it or something. then.
Yeah, I'll have next time he's on the show. I'll ask him about it.
There's
We literally
essentially just like
last PNTV podcast we made a joke because Bossum is usually in the chat. We made a joke that we're gonna have him on and he's gonna be like our like strictly like Konami and like Kojima specialist. And instead of like the weather, we just be like, we're gonna pitch it to Bossum now for this news on this topic. So I'll ask him about that.
Bossum knows a lot about other stuff too. So ask him about music. Ask him about gaming in general. He knows a lot about the history of gaming, and he also knows a lot about some technical stuff. I think like marketing and.
Gotcha.
He's a very informed fella.
He's a good like fact checker. We'll have him in the comments to fucking. He actually did that a couple times or like just like simple stuff where we're just being dumbasses. Where I forget. Sam said that Silent Hill was Square Enix, and Boss was like, "That's definitely not true. It's definitely Konami." We're like, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah.
Okay, so do you have any final thoughts to wrap up what we got going on here, Mr. King?
I think that I have kept this going a lot longer than it should have been going.
No, I think we got a lot of content. The whole point of this, we put up the whole thing and then we kind of chop up the clips, make it work. So yeah, I think that is all we have. Thank you so much, Jackson, for being on all the way from fucking Germany. What time is it there?
It is 2:35.
Hell yeah. Look, that's dedication. That is dedication right there.
That is dedication.
Hopefully we can have you on again sometime. I think we have some good conversations. Yeah. So otherwise, we're going to get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching PNTV Podcast. Hopefully we return to true form Thursdays, in the evening, Central Time. Otherwise I think that's all we have to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.